Aztecs, Differences and Similarities by Brian Hamilton and Jesse Vega.
Mayan economy. A big part of Mayan economies is based on food and agriculture. The most important crops Mayans grew was corn known as maize. They also fertilized soil for better corn to grow. Other crops they grew were beans, sweet potatoes, pumpkins, chili peppers, avocados, tomatoes, and groves of fruit trees were planted as well.
Aztec economy. Aztecs were able to farm a lot of crops such as sweet potatoes, corn, tomatoes, avocados, beans, squashes, and other vegetables. They farmed in low tropical crops such as papaya, cotton, cocoa were planted as and harvested. The crops that were planted were their main source of food because they rarely hunted for animals.
The Mayans and Aztec similarities when it comes to economy are that they grew the same crops such as sweet potatoes, avocados, corn, beans, different types of tropical fruits, and tomatoes. The differences are that the Aztecs grew squashes and other vegetables, along with cocoa and cotton, in which the Mayans didn't. Mayan crops. The main staple of their was corn known as maize. The Mayans used a farming technique called milpa, also known as slash and burn. They would clear the land by cutting down and burning all of the foliage in the spring before the summer rains. Another farming technique used by the Mayan was terracing. They would build stone walls to level out fields in the mountain areas.
Aztec crops. There were different types of farmers. You could describe them as laborers. These workers worked as farm hands or even slaves. Others were responsible for the community farms. There are not any similarities between Aztecs and the Mayas for crops. Their differences are that the Aztecs had different farmers. The Mayans had their own technique called milpa. Milpa is when the Mayans cleared the land by cutting foliage. The Aztecs farmers worked as ranch hands or as slaves.
Mayan art and architecture. Limestone structures faced with lime stucco, the ancient Maya architecture. The Mayan developed several unique building innovations, including the corbel architecture. Tombs were often enclosed within or beneath Maya structures. Frequently, new temples were built or over exciting structures. In addition to temples, most Maya sites had multi-room structure that probably served as royal palaces. Historically, significant events were recorded on the stone stele and tablets.
Aztec art and architecture. Pyramid/temples were built to facilitate the Aztec religion and the world view. Building pyramids/temples was one of the most important duties. They were believed to represent mountains that were their sources of water. Pyramids/temples, like mountains, also symbolize the concept of Altepetl, meaning the heart of the city, filled with fertilizing water. Most pyramids/temples followed a general pattern that consisted of platform.
The Mayan and Aztecs art and architecture was really different. The Aztecs built pyramids that were for religion, and that it was symbolized of the concept of Altepetl. The Mayans had limestone structures that developed several unique building innovations. Frequently, new temples were built, but most Mayan sites had multi-room structures. Mayan religion. They worshipped everything in nature and tried to explain how things happen because of the gods. The Mayans believed in heavens and undergrounds. People could communicate with other gods through prayers, sacrifices, and visions. Many Mayan gods were seen as forces of nature. The Mayans often made sacrifices to the gods. They did not sacrifice their own people.
Aztec religion. They believed the sun fought darkness every night and arose to save mankind. And they also believed the earth was flat. The Aztecs respected their gods very much. They put their great efforts into making strong, beautiful temples to please their gods. They recorded religious events with hieroglyphics and even numbered symbols. The Aztecs worshipped 1,000 gods. Religion played a great part in Aztec life. Sacrifice was one of the main events in the Aztecs religion. The Mayans worshipped way differently than the Aztecs. The Mayans worshipped nature and also believed in heavens and undergrounds. Many Mayan gods were seen as forces of nature. The Mayans did not sacrifice each other. The Aztecs respected their gods very much. They put their greatest effort into making strong. The Aztecs worshipped 1,000 gods. Sacrifice was one of the main events in Aztec religion.
Mayan language. The Maya hieroglyphic writing is arguably one of the most visually striking writing systems of the world. It is also very complex, with hundreds of unique signs or glyphs in the form of humans, animals, supernaturals, objects, and abstract designs. These signs are either logograms to express meaning or cybograms to denote sound values and used to write words, phrases, and sentences. In fact, the Maya can write anything that they can say.
Aztec language. The Aztec language was called Nahuatl. The Aztecs developed a system of pictures which they used as a sort of an alphabet. They joined pictures together to form sentences.
The Mayans and Aztecs used pictures for their language. The Mayans used signs or glyphs in the form of humans and animals. These signs are either logograms to express meaning. The Aztec language was called Nahuatl. The Aztecs developed a picture which was like an alphabet. Mayan government. Mayan priests were also the rulers of cities. Mayan priests might have caused the collapse of the Mayans when the less important Mayans got tired of having to obey their commands. One of the most famous Maya rulers was Lord Papal.
Aztec government. War and tribute were central to the Aztec Empire, which gained territories. Aztec rulers were chosen from eligible royal offspring. Manufacturing, trade, and agriculture were the main economic tribute. The Aztec Empire was a multi-ethnic organization. Near the end, the empire and religion may have resulted in an outstanding figure of 20,000 human sacrifices. The Aztecs government would trade over the multi-ethnic organization. The empire may have resulted in an outstanding figure of 20,000 sacrifices. Mayan priests were also rulers. The priests might have caused a collapse.